All right, now that our technical issues are over. Today we're in chapter 5. Chapter 5, honestly, anything we do in algebra, it's the most new stuff you've ever done. We haven't really done. Today's will not be new. But going back from then on, factoring is where we take numbers apart. So we're going to start taking algebraic function and pulling them apart. And so it is the guts of algebra. It's almost the most important stuff we do because it's not going to go away next year or when you get into algebra 2, when you get to college algebra, when you get to calculus, things like that. So we're going to take our time, we're going to split it up in about 3 different sections. So basically I have like 3 tests over this chapter instead of one huge one. I want to make sure you get it before we keep plowing forward. So it's kind of in a way backwards of what we've been doing. We've been multiplying and putting things together, and now we're going to take them, separate them apart. So we're going to start today with just the basic part. We're going to say, here's our number 8. What are all of the different pairs of numbers that could multiply together to be 8? So what are the factors of 8? We could start with it's 1 and 8.
4 and
2 and 4, and you'd think that would be it, but we're talking integers. Integers are positive or negative. So it could be -1, -8, -2, -4. This is the part that we tend to forget about, but it is very, very crucial for the end of this week or the end of next week. Okay, so we want to list all of the single pairs. We could also say take a negative number. Obviously, they need to be different signs to give us a negative. So we could have -1 and +12, or even that same pair. What could we have? +1, -12. So now that takes care of 1 and 12. Give me another pair. 2 and 6. So we could have -2, +6, or +2, -6. And then we could also have 3 and 4. So -3, +4, or +3, -4. So we've listed out every single pair. This part for today, it's going to seem simple, but it's crucial for where we're going in the next few days. So we do need to understand how to do that. Okay, there's my erasers. And then the other part with that, I'm not really going to worry about prime factorization. Some do, but honestly, if you can give me the factors this way, I would almost prefer it that way. Okay. The other thing we'll look at, say we've got the numbers 30 and 44. No. 32 and 44. We want to look at finding greatest common factor. So GCF, nothing new, you've done it 5th grade, 6th grade, but you haven't done it so much recently. So the biggest number that will go into both of those. We could break them down this way, or we can just kind of think, what's the biggest number you can think of that would go into both of these? If nothing else, come over what factors of this are 4 and 11, or 2 and 22. Will any of these go into 32? 2 will, but is there a bigger one? 4 will go in, so that's going to be our GCF. Okay, let's do one more of those. Let's do 66 and 90. No, we're not going to do that one because that's an odd one that you're going to do on your homework. Let's do 51 and 34. Maybe a harder one. So if we need to, let's list out our factors here. 1 and 34. What else could go in? It's even, so we know 2 times 17. So 1 and 51. These add up to be what? 6. 6 can be divided by 3. That's the divisibility rule for 3. If you add them up and you can divide by 3, then it works. So we can divide by 3. 3 times what? Anybody? 7. So it's 17. So what's our greatest common factor? 17. Okay. So what we're going to do for me today, like I said, today's won't be as difficult, but it's especially this first part, getting you in the practice of writing out all of the pairs. Because when we first start factoring, it's helpful to write them all out. Eventually, you'll be able to just see them, and you won't have to do this. But at the beginning, it's really helpful to do it this way. So for now, let's do page 186. 1 to 20, or excuse me, 1 to 19 odd, and 41 through 45 odd.